Hey guys, this is Starry from StarrySky Gaming, and welcome to this updated Hardlight Controller Weapon Mastery Loadout and Rotation video. Plus in this video I'm going to be showing you how I've done my skill points for weapon masteries, and the reason why I've chosen this weapon mastery and particular skills to do with my loadout. Okay, so let's get started, and first things first, let's go to the PowerPoints. Okay, so the Indian Assault Tree, this is where I am more spec'd as. For the reasons why is, I use Fan for pulling the Manhunters in Assault and Battery, and obviously this is my Snap Trap is my heal debuff. So I have power points in Light Claws, Minigun, Ram, Chompers, Whip Thrash, Snap Trap, and Fan. Now I'll tell you a little bit more about Minigun when I get to Loadout. Now in Support Tree, I have power points in Boxing Glove, Hand Clap, Light Barrier, Recharge, Entrap, and Group Shielding. And the Iconics, I have power points in Wisdom of Solomon and Intimidating Gaze. Okay, so to the loadout. Okay, so from left to right, I have Light Claws, Recharge, Entrap, Minigun, Light Barrier, and Group Shielding. Now, with the way I've done my power points, I don't get the extra 10 Vita since I'm not spec'd to have more power points in the support tree, but the build I have allows me to change my loadout depending on what raid I'm doing without having so many armories set up. So this is basically it's a utility loadout or a utility build. Okay, so my POT, my my power to 3 other group members, my encasement also for defense debuff. Now this skill I am primarily using and I have been testing out a lot in the T6 content, and it is so good. I wish I had found this skill. Well, I wish I thought of using this skill a long time ago for Hardlight Controller. What this does is it constructs a tree of rifles to pretty much just stuns and juggles everything in a wide area, and I mean a real wide area. So first, all you do is you'll see all the ads will get stunned, and then they'll get pushed back, and then they're left there being stunned for a prolonged period. This will be really good for stunning manhunters in A and B. Like I said, I use this in the T6 alert for when it comes to like runs of like no tank, we've got a healer, and if we skip past stuff and there's a big group of ads, you constantly use minigun and just constantly stun everything, juggle it back, juggle them, push them back, and allow the DPS to kill them. It's so much fun as well. Okay, so Light Barrier. This is just protective shield. It deals damage when it's hit. Also, if you're using the tactical mod, Regenerative Shielding, it gives you a small heal, depending on how much restoration you have, etc. So this is, personally for me, Light Barrier is my favourite skill. It's also good for when you're crowd controlled, knocked down, etc, etc. This pretty much will break you out. It's just got so much functions, it's just such a good skill. This pretty much should be like one of the main skills in your loadout for Hardlight. Okay, and then we have Group Shielding, which pretty much just gives power to you and everyone in your group. Sorry for the pings, it's people on TeamSpeak talking for some reason instead of using their mics. Okay, so if it continues, I'm just gonna have to like X out of TS. So let's X out of TS. Good. Right. Okay, so that's loadout, and that's the reasons why I'm using it. Now let's go to the build. Now the mastery I am using for this is one-handed. Now the reason why I'm using one-handed mastery for is it offers me a good melee, so in case I want to get up and go personal, do some nice damage, or if I want to do some nice range. Since the range is a 2-hold, it's good for block breakers, it's quick, and it allows me to recharge power to the group members at a quick pace. Now, a thing to mention about the weapon masteries is that for the weapon masteries, the critical bonus does apply to the recharge for some reason. That pretty much, when I use recharge, every time I'm using it, I'm always getting criticals because of the critical bonus. This pretty much means I don't have to use recharge so frequently, so I can use it with weapon mastery recharge every now and again, but I'm like recharging like, well, 550, almost like 600 power or something, thanks to the criticals. Okay, nice, let's go to the skill points. Okay, so I only have 1 skill point in my movement. Now, I don't have them in resistance or the breakup masteries. Now, the reason why this for is because since I'm a controller, I'm always like at the back, so I'm hardly ever getting targeted by content. Also, I don't need the breakout masteries anymore because, well, I gotta put it like, I've always got loads of power spare. thanks to weapon masteries and weapon masteries for DPS, all this kind of stuff, controllers don't have to like constantly spam recharge and hardly out of power. Sometimes I never even have to use supercharge for power. That's how power efficient it's become now, so I don't see the point in having skill points in breakup masteries to regen power when I just don't need the extra regen. Okay, so now for the build. Okay, so my masteries are going to be one-handed, dual-wield, hand blasters for the 3 primary ones. So for this ones, you have to put 5 in the middle because we have to unlock these certain weapon attacks as part, well, I should say, as included as a 20 skill points needed to unlock the mastery. So I need to include air launch, spin chop, flip slash, and focus blast, which 5 down the middle. And then I've kind of got my Vita, Dominance, Restoration. And then that allowed me to unlock the mastery for one-handed. Then I went to dual wield, did the same, checked which ones I needed to add, which was basically the 4 down the middle. And then I went and got the innates I needed to add towards 20 skill points. So I obviously got the Dominance to get the Vita, I got the Defense, and I went and put some in critical attack damage. Well, and then I put 1 over in the HP. Now I don't need so much HP for because I'm hardly getting targeted and my light barrier takes so much of damage and I'm always constantly getting healed by it. Okay, so then I'll go to hand blasters. Same again, check which ones I need to unlock. So it's just 4 down the middle and then 2 on the left side. And then I would get Dominance into Vita, and then I would put remainder of the skill point needed into Restoration. This would add strength to my light barrier and more to the heal I get from Regenerative Shield every time I use light barrier. So guys, once you've finished putting your skill points in the hand blasters to unlock the hand blaster mastery, what you need to do is you need to go back to one-handed and then put a skill point in the dual flurry mastery and solar flame mastery. This will complete all your mastery setup, allowing you to use the combos which you set up from the dual wield and in hand blasters. Now for the people who are thinking, well, aren't you going to get the innates at the bottom? The answer is yes, but not yet. The more important thing to do is we need to go into all the other weapon trees and get our critical power chants, which would be like this one in bow, brawler, bit dominance, dual pistols, it's the Vita. So obviously you want to try and target the vital ones first, but I'm just quickly showing you, whereabouts they are. It'll be the power one there as well. So for the criticals, you target the Vita first, and then the dominance, and then the power ones. And so each tree actually has one. Like I said, target the vital ones first, and then the trees with the dominance, and then the trees with the power critical, well, the power stat, but they're all critical power chances. Okay, so then after that, I've got my mastery set up, I've got my power crit chance set up, and then what I would do then is I would actually go back to the one-handed dual wield and hand blasters mastery, and then I'll get the big juicy innates at the bottom. So then that would be my mastery setup, critical power chance, and then the big juicy innate setup. And then after that, what I would do then is I would specifically target the trees which have Vita in the second row, because the reason why I would do that for is because I've already got the Vita on the top row thanks to me getting all the power critical chance. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to target the trees which has Vita on the second row. So let's see, let's find the ones I have done. That's the one, that's the last one I did. Right, so as you can see with this one, I got the Vita on the second row. Obviously I had to spend 20 skill points. Now to unlock the innates at the bottom, you need to spend 20 skill points, but you don't need to spend 20 skill points to unlock this. You have to spend 20 skill points in any innates you like just to unlock the ones at the bottom. So I put some in defense, well, some in HP, because no offense, right, as a controller I know some people want to get more damage, but I like to have extra stats towards survivability. So I went defense, HP, obviously I've got the power critical chance, so I've got the Vita, and then unlock the innate at the bottom. I've already done hand blasters, I've done dual wield, let's check dual pistols. So I'm going to be brawler, so Vita on the second row, I've got restoration, put the remainder in HP, so, or health, whatever you like to call it. and then got the innate at the bottom. Just check bow. And that was pretty much it. I think there was one I was actually working on afterwards, yeah, which is shield. So then you see I got the Vita then, and then I started filling out the dominance. And after the dominance, I would get the HP because this is actually a bug. This is meant to be a heal chance. So pay no attention to this one. It doesn't actually give you more restoration at the moment. It's currently being fixed on the test server and it's being released with game update 37. So excuse me about that. So dominance, health, and then if you still need to put a few more into it, whatever you feel like, just to unlock the Vita at the bottom. And that's pretty much what you do after for each tree. After you've got the Vita, target the trees with dominance in the second row, etc. Okay, so that is the build, what you like to call it. You can call it a T6 build, whatever build, but this is pretty much the build I use for all content now. It doesn't matter which tier it is. I would rather forego the extra 10 Vita and have this build because it's just so much utility to it. Okay, so well, it's actually, I don't think I've got sparring target in space, but yeah, the weapon masteries that I've pretty much got for range is actually hold and hold, which is focus blast into solar flame, sorry. And then I have for melee, I just have spin chop into dual flurry. But most of the time I use focus blast into solar flame. And as I said before, minigun itself is just absolutely really good for crowd control. But also, just for people interested in my setup for trinkets, I use, well, this one you can only get from us, the event, which is, I think it's a summer event, which has got like your lantern stuff on it. So I've got the lantern trinket, I have the CC trinket, because this can give me some power, supply drop, and I have a psychic. Because psychics taunt, a boost 2, they heal, and they give power. But the CC trinket is absolutely my favourite. The reason why though is because right, I'll just waste my power. Let's just spam some skills. Like, well. Maybe it wasn't a good idea. I should have done POT. Right. Okay, so let's pop my CC trinket, and the reason why I like it for is because once you activate it, if you activate it again and left melee, see that? Give me some free power, and you can do this twice. But on the second one, it stuns you, but still. Got full power bar from it, and on the second charge I got a crit of over 1.1k, so it's more than worth it. It's easily the best trinket for controllers. It increases your Vita and it gives you 2 charges of free power. So anyway guys, I hope this video is going to be beneficial to you. Let me know what you think. Go try this loadout for yourself. But actually, a few more things before I do want to say. Now, here's what I said earlier on about it being a utility. I use this for crowd control. But when it comes to Paradox, I would get rid of Minigun, and I would put in Snaptrap for the heal debuff. And then when it comes to A and B, I'll get rid of the heal debuff, and I would put in Fan. Now Fan I can use as a pull, because Fan itself, literally, just tap it, and it comes to me. Now the few people go, why are you jumping for that? Because if you jump and pull, it actually flings them like back further. If you just do this and pull them towards you, it's going to come flying to where you want, and you want it to try and go as far as possible. So literally you can jump, pull, or you can just pull and jump. It's easily like one of the best pulls for hardware controllers. It's better than lasso. And then, you know, like I said, literally it's a utility loadout. Oops, that's damaged. Oh, where's my minigun gone? There it is. So guys, I hope this video is going to be beneficial to you guys. Let me know what you think of this build. Go try it out for yourself. If there's anything you could think be improved, please let me know. So thank you very much for watching this, and until next time, I'll see you then.